Hey guys, welcome to our Tuesday night call. So I'm going to give you guys a minute. You know the drill. Get into the chat box down below and start typing your success stories for the week. We're going to start sharing and celebrating your successes. So while you guys do that, I'm actually going to try a couple of new things. As you know, I've been having trouble with my what do you call it? I don't know, everything. The table, the last two calls, my cell phone holder broke and Facebook was disconnecting on me. So it's depressing, but I'm going to do my best to stay on with you guys. And I appreciate you guys who hung in there with me last week when I was coming to you live from Tahiti with my horrible Wi-Fi service. So, all right, let's see who's on the chat. So once again, you know the drill. Get typing in the chat box below. I want to hear your success stories for me. I want to know what you've accomplished, big and small. Get into the chat. Let's start sharing so we can all start celebrating each other's achievements. And while you guys do that, I'm just going to set things up. Turning off my alarms and my alerts and my messages so that you guys have me 100% all my attention, that we can, get going on this call. All right, let's see. All right, who has stories to celebrate? Hey, Yvette. Hey, Latasha. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Jean-Pierre, Kathleen, Norma, and Dorel. Hey, Dorel. Oh, girl, you're fast. I literally just sent you the invite 2 seconds ago. All right. So you guys get going with your success stories. I want to know what you're celebrating. And while you're sharing your success stories, chat box below, I'm going to share some of the things that I've accomplished this past week. First and foremost, after, I guess it's 2 weeks ago, I literally just came back from Tahiti. I am not in the swing of things. New York is cold. New York is crowded. And I'm back at work. So I'm kind of feeling like, I want to go back to Tahiti. But last week, for 7 days, I was in Tahiti with an Avon trip that I went through Avon. So for those of you who were there at RepFest, you saw me win the Tahiti trip on stage, big, what do they call it? I can never remember the name of the game. Price is Right style victory. And I was super excited because, as I shared, this is my first time leaving the United States. So it was my first trip using a passport. 12 hours, 2 planes, and a 3-hour layaway. It was one of those things where you were like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, but the whole time I was like, yay, what is this? Customs, passports, you need to stamp stuff. There's one point where they're like, okay, ma'am, we're so sorry, we need to pat you down. I was like, oh, my first time being pat down. So the whole thing was an awesome experience for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. The first few days were just adjusting because the flight was rough on my body. I am not in shape whatsoever, but it took some time for me to adjust, but their time zone is 6 hours behind. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to Scott White, because he actually recommended that I start my sleep schedule while on the plane so I could adjust. And I love that tip because I was able to hit the ground running when I got there. There was no jet lag, no layover. I woke up in Tahiti time on Tahiti schedule. I was ready to go. The problem was coming back, I didn't adjust as well. So coming back, I'm still falling asleep at 5 o'clock in the morning for the first few days, Friday and Saturday, I was going to sleep at 5 a.m. And then yesterday for work, I went to bed at 2 a.m. So I am adjusting, which is why my eyes are bloodshot. But for me, that was my biggest, it's the highlight of my life, but it's got to be one of my biggest achievements with my Avon business. And I'm just so excited. And I feel like it's taken me to another level when it comes to sharing my business, because as you guys know, I'm a shy person naturally. And I've shared with you before that sometimes it's hard for me to promote my business, hard to just talk to people. But I found that after this trip, I'm just so super excited. And I'm like, I'm telling everyone because this is amazing. This opportunity was great. The fact that this company made it possible for someone who's never traveled, who didn't have the funds to go on an all expense paid trip to Tahiti. Like, I couldn't have afforded that at all. The flight, the hotel. And let me tell you, when Avon sends you to a hotel, they put you in a really, really nice hotel. I mean, everything was amazing. The hotel was great. You guys saw the views. The views were awesome. And, you know, it was just an amazing opportunity. But would never ever have been able to afford any of that on my own. So the fact that this business allowed me to do that, I just want to share with everyone because it's a great chance for people to do things that they've never done before. And I feel like people are so quick to oh yeah, Latasha, get on it, girl. We need to get going with this first kid. Yeah, I mean, I've just been sharing it because I'm like, if no one shared this opportunity with my sister years ago, and if she didn't bring the kid home and let me get into her stuff, and you know, there's so many people who, if they didn't have an existing representative share that story with them, they would never have gotten into it. And those are the people I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how this company and this business is touching lives and changes people's lives. I know I always say that it's weird with us. I don't know if it's just Avon reps or if it's all independent business owners, but when things are going well, we want to kind of be like shy and not share and, you know, celebrate our achievement in secret. I don't know why. But when things are going bad, we are telling everybody. We are calling up people who don't even care. We're getting on social media and we're saying this, that, and the other. And it tends to be that we see the negative stuff more often than the positive stuff. So I'm trying to do my part single-handedly to overcome all the negative stuff that we've ever heard. All the people who said, you know, you'll never get anywhere with your business, it'll never grow, you'll never find customers, you'll never find a team. People told me all of that, and I'm not going to get into it because I shared it on a previous post, that's what people told me. So I am, you know, just going around and telling everyone the exact opposite. I'm being proud out loud, and I want to encourage you guys to be proud out loud about your businesses too, because there are people out there who can benefit from these opportunities, like little 17-year-old Georgie's when she first started. There are people out there, single moms, college students, people who are working 2 or 3 jobs. They need the opportunity, so it's up to us to let them know that. So that's why we get on these calls and share our success stories, just so that you get in the habit of sharing and just celebrating the achievements, because people need to know. So today's call is going to be an interesting call. I am totally, completely, like 100% in love with all of the stuff that's coming out in the Campaign 24 brochures. Now that Halloween is out of the way, we can get to the good stuff. So I've been dying to go through this, and I kind of got into it a little bit earlier because of the C-3PO stuff that came out, the Star Wars stuff that was available in that's going to be available. I talked about it last month because October is Comic-Con and I was in nerd mode. But now I really get to go and get into these brochures. Now the problem is that there's a lot of stuff in here, and I could probably do an entire video just on one of these catalogs, and you could tell it's really thick. It's got a lot of stuff. Usually the What's New is kind of thin, but we have 2, the Avon Living and the Core Avon What's New book. But I also have a message that I want to share with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a chance. I have not seen anyone celebrating anything this week, and I know you guys are doing amazing things. Come on, guys, get your celebration on in the chat box so we can celebrate with you. And while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to dive in because I have a lot of things in here that I want to share. And I also have some training networking tips for those of you who are shy people and want to work on growing your business. But why don't we begin with the What's New? So I always tell you guys that the What's New is a great opportunity to learn about different, let me see if I give you a bigger view, a broader view. Let me back it up a little. All right, back, right? Okay, so this is the holiday What's New. We're officially, as far as I'm concerned, starting the holidays. I'm in full-on holiday mode. The holiday shopping has begun. How many of you guys are in that mode as well? I know some of you are thinking, you know, why are we talking about the holidays in November? Because people start shopping now. So this is the time that you need to start promoting your business. This is the time you need to start sharing brochures. This is the time that you need to show your customers all the amazing holiday products that we have. Because it's not just beauty products. It's not just skincare. It's not just makeup and gifts. And I think that a lot of times people think that's all that we have to offer. But we have plenty to offer a variety of people, and that will make awesome gifts. So let's start off with candle mixology. So, as you know, Avon has these awesome candles. And in this What's New, they have a guide that show you different ideas for how you can mix and match the candles and get different fragrances. What I want to share with you guys today is... Latasha says she always has her Christmas stuff up. Yeah, you and me both. Like, as soon as Thanksgiving is over, Christmas stuff goes right up. But I start shopping. So this is the chart for the candle mixology. So they have different candles that you can mix together. For example, if you mix the whipped pumpkin candle, the caramel pumpkin cake, you get like a caramel. Sorry, if you mix the whipped pumpkin with salted caramel, you get a caramel pumpkin cupcake. You can mix the vanilla buttercream with Christmas pine for fresh balsam vanilla. You can mix the mandarin cranberry with the vanilla buttercream for a bakery shop. I'll tell you, the one I want to try is the holiday cookie. So that's by mixing the holiday spice candle with the vanilla buttercream candle. I like anything that smells like food, so I'm all over all those. But what I recommend is tearing off this page, putting it in one of those little binder sleeves, having it laminated, whatever. And when you do your events, have this there so that your customers can pick out different candle fragrances for themselves. Yeah, Ria. And our candles are cheaper than Bath & Body Works. And in the previous campaign, you saw that they were on sale. So they usually go for what? $10? $9.99. And these candles are huge. I used to have one floating around somewhere. I probably burned it. But I just love how you can mix the different candles to get different fragrances. Now, this book is near and dear to my heart for a couple of reasons. One, because it's the holidays and we're getting officially into holiday season. And two, some of you already know, Milagros and I were actually featured here to share some party selling tips with you guys. So here we are in Oh What Fun. That's me and Millie. Hey, Millie. So what I want to do is I want to share some tips for how you can use the products in the What's New to spice up your party. So in that catalog, if you haven't looked in it already, get your What's New out, because we share some tips and ideas for having parties, why they're beneficial, and I kind of want to expand on what's already there. I don't want to recap because you could just read on your own. So parties I love because people are friendlier and happier in a party selling atmosphere, and it takes the pressure off of you to have to be salesy. A lot of us are afraid of being pushy or you know, sharing ideas with people. I don't know why, but I always say, as women, we love this stuff. We wear this stuff, like this guy, dying to order that. So it should come natural to us to share the amazing products that are available. As I always say, it's our job as representatives to help people do their shopping and help them find the products that they love. So what you can do is, I like to order up a couple of products to have on display at my parties. This book is great because it has a lot of different items at a bigger commission. So here we go with jewelry, 50% commission. Order one or two for demonstration. You can use it for gifts. You're getting 50% off, which is more than you'll get, especially if you're not a President's Club member. That's your opportunity to get that big commission. If you are a President's Club member, I mean, you don't get 50% off unless you're selling 15,000. So here's another gift set, 40% off. So if you're not President's Club, take advantage of that. What I like to do is I like to take these little mini shower gels and put them in a little goodie bag, a little gift bag. Sometimes I use these as well, the little Skin So Soft, and put them in a little plastic bag, the little gift bags with a bow, you know, make it look cute, and then you can use them as gifts at your event. So a lot of times at my events, I play games, and I'll have Avon products as prizes. So people tend to leave with more stuff. They have more fun because they're earning stuff. And when you take advantage of these stock up offers where you're getting a big percentage off, it helps you save more money because you're going to have a great party, but without breaking the bank. The goal is not for you to spend a lot of money stocking up on stuff. The goal is for you to get enough products out there to demonstrate to your customers what's available. I like to have a variety, and I found that this brochure has a variety of things. So if you have customers who don't like skincare, you have the candles. I think these little gifts, these trinkets, this is actually a vintage style makeup compact. So I think these make little really great stocking stuffers. So I would have like a couple of these on hand so that people who are, you know, shopping for people, but there's always that person you don't really know what to get. You're not close enough to them to be in their life and know what they need, but you want to get them something to celebrate, you know, who they are, and just show your appreciation for them. And I think things like that make really great gifts. They're also something that you can use as door prizes and giveaways. It's $4.19 as a demo item, and then it's going to be $6.99 in the book. A lot of times with things like that, I give them as stocking stuffers or I give them as gifts, and customers who get it will actually come back and order more because they found it useful. So Kathleen is saying that she's celebrating her Avon helper today, and she picked up 4 paid new customer orders, and she's giving a shout out to Natalie, who's she appreciates. Yeah, I mean, use these gift sets to show appreciation for people because it's a really good price. It's a really great time to stock up. Another thing that they have is these little shower gels. Again, 40% earnings. So those make really great stocking stuffers. They make really great gifts. What you can do, what I've sometimes done at my parties is I'll take a little, like a little bowl and squirt in a little bit of shower gel. And it kind of gives like a fragrance to the room. So that's a nice way to scent the place. Scent the room that you're in, and when people walk in, they get a really nice smell. You can also use the candles, but depending on where you are, a lot of times the places where I have my parties, you can't light any fire, so candles are out. But I'll sometimes use the shower gels and the bubble bath to give a nice aroma to the area, so that when people come in, they're like, wow, what's that smell? And then I can tell them that, you know, that's whatever fragrance that we have on special. Here's another stock up opportunity, 50% for a new. This is great because sometimes when I do a party, most of the time I try to have some of the Avon products. Hey, Ursula and Christina. I try to have some of the Avon products on hand so that the customers can try them. I use little Q-tips so that they can test it out and feel it. Especially with skincare. It's hard because sometimes people are timid. They don't know what to use. They don't know how they're going to react. They, you know, need to narrow down the options. So, having a couple of products on hand and talking about the different products, one, it gives you something to talk about. Sometimes during a party, you don't know what to say or you don't know what to do. You don't know how to keep the people engaged. I think skincare is always an easy way to have a topic of discussion for the party. This little bundle is a nice set because all of these products complement each other. And they're also usable for a variety of skin types and skincare concerns. This, a new vitamin C, is a really amazing product. I mean, I was using it for brightening of my acne scars and just to make my skin more radiant. And I went to a Beauty for a Purpose event, media event with Avon, and they had the dermatologist there. They also shared, I guess it was a reminder. I heard it, but it didn't really stick with me because it wasn't my skincare concern. But they shared that this is an item that repairs sun damage. So if you have customers who are out in the sun a lot, most of us in the city are exposed to the sun at some moment in time. So this is a nice item to repair. There's a little bit of everything in this bundle, and it's 50% off. So it's a great way for you to get a couple of products that you can display for your customers. Oh, and you get samples. So if you order this bundle, you'll have products to display, something to talk about. Avon gives you a little description on the opposite page. So you can literally have this page with you at your event so that you have some talking points so that you know what to talk about and keep your customers engaged. and you'll have 5 free samples. So you can do a raffle, you can do a game, you can talk about the products and then do a little pop quiz at the end. The winner gets the free samples. You didn't pay for them, your customers are happy, your pocket is happy. And speaking of samples, here we go with more skincare samples for 99 cents. So this catalog is actually a really, really great stock up offer. Don't sleep on this booklet. With these 99-cent samples, you can have party favors for your guests. A lot of times, I use the same sample packs that I recruit with for my party guests, except I'll kind of step up the samples. So I have the same fundraiser, party flyer, recruiting flyer in there. This is just my recruiting flyer, but I'll add usually a bigger skincare sample. And for 99 cents, a pack of 5, I believe. I think these are usually packs of 5s. They're usually $2. You're getting them half off. So you can then demo the product that you're talking to your customers about so they could take home a couple. I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about the new Ultimate Supreme. I like to give my customers more than one sample, so I might give them 3 to 5 so that they could try it out over the course of a few days to see how it's benefiting them. Hey, Myra and Timothy, thanks for joining. So, oh, and the lipstick bullets. They're not on sale. Well, they say they are. Oh, yeah, they are on sale. A pack of 10 lipstick bullets for $5.99. As you can see, I use them in my sample packs. I like them because they kind of give more depth. And sometimes when you give people the packets, they're kind of looking at it, trying to figure out what it is. When they see the lipstick sample, they get it automatically. So those are some of the products that are available in this What's New, and some tips that you can share with your customers. I'm not going to get into the fashion because you guys know who I am and I want to buy everything, and that'll take us another half hour. So let's skip over. Oh wait, I just want to highlight this page. Some tips from the heads and the rich and famous of Avon. Always read those because they'll inspire you and they'll give you some ideas. So let's jump over to the What's New Living. I am really excited about Avon Living. I love Avon Living. Hey, Jessica. And Ursula. Oh, Ursula has an achievement that she wants to celebrate. She said that she achieved ambassador in campaign 22 and she retained it for another campaign. So great job, Ursula. You're actually tracking, hopefully, fingers crossed, for your, Rise Up bonus. So great job, Ursula. Yeah, and Timothy is saying also that the samples work. Yeah, when people try the products, they buy it because a lot of times it's just the fear of, am I going to have a reaction? Am I going to like this product? What is it? Once they get it, they use it. And I like to kind of explain too, if I'm there with the customer, what the product does and how to use it as well. Because people don't know. We're trained in it as reps, but it's our job to train our customers. So yeah, great point, Timothy. Thank you. Sorry guys, I am cold and getting sick again. I was sick before I went into Tahiti. I got better while I was there, and now I feel like I'm coming down with something. Poo. Anyway, so on to Avon Living. You're welcome, Ursula. So I'm really excited about Avon Living because, again, there are a variety of products. And I think that this catalog allows for you to broaden your customer base. There are going to be customers who like skincare, customers who like makeup, and customers who don't like any of that. And that's totally fine. There are still things in here for your customers. And this time of year, I mean, between like now and Halloween, straight through New Year's, people are decorating the house because they're having guests over, they're having parties, they're having get-togethers, families visiting from out of town. They want their house decent. So I am doing my best to get the Avon Living catalogs out there because you want customers to see all the lovely products that we have so that they can great stuff for a variety of people and for people who don't usually wear makeup and stuff. But also for those of you who are doing parties, I like to have the items from the Avon Living on display. So thanks, Ria, for switching over. Hey, Dorel. So one of the things that I mentioned in another call was these little mugs. They have these mugs with the cookies, and they also have these little snack bowls and the hot cocoa mugs with the lids that you can use to keep your juice warm or use as a coaster. I like items like that because when people see you using it, it kind of gives them ideas. These bowls, a few months ago, they had the little apple-shaped basket. They also had a like a food bowl with multiple levels. So when I have my events, I put those on display with my snacks. So when I'm having a conversation, I might say something like, oh, guess where I got that bowl from? And people will say things like Marshalls and Target and I don't know, where else do you buy home stuff from? Good home goods. And I'll say, no, it's Avon. And they're usually surprised because they've been using it and they've been looking at it. And a lot of times you'll find that with the Avon products, the Mikasa, I think all of these are Mikasa. The items look a lot better in person than they do in the brochure. Cheese wheel. Have some cheese at your party and use your own cheese board. It comes with knives. People will be sitting there using it all night. You could just wrap up your party with, oh, by the way, you'll never guess where I got all of these items from, the Avon. So it's a nice way for you to segue into what Avon Living is offering. Hey, Myra, thank you for switching over. Another one is the cheese and crackers plate. So a lot of this stuff is usable stuff that people use while you're having parties. You don't have to have the entire Avon Living line, but have one or two items that you're gonna be using normally. You're gonna have plates, you're gonna have platters. Just try and make it an Avon product that you're using as a base, and try to think of different uses for these things, like the plates, the platters. They can be decorations. They can be the place where sometimes when we do the skincare parties, we have the little Q-tips. They might be the place where the Q-tips are held. They might be the place where you put all your lipstick bullets. A while back, Avon had little like champagne glasses. They might have them again for this year holidays, but they had little champagne glasses with the gold bottoms. Once I did an Avon event, I put all the little lipstick bullets in there and it just looked nice. People went over, they took out the little lipstick bullets, but they were interacting with the product without, really knowing that it was Avon until I told them. And then they're like, oh, wow, Avon makes glasses. So, use those items and, just display them at your event. But instead of just having them lying at the front, just on a display, use them as a part of your party so that your customers can see them and get ideas for how they can use them in their parties. Use them in different ways. Use the snack bowls as display for your skincare. Or sometimes I use the bowls. I mentioned that I put like the bubble bath in there to give the area a nice aroma. Use your platters and your bowls for that. Use them as different things just to give people different ideas on how they can decorate, because decorating is hard. If it was easy, we wouldn't have so many Better Homes and Gardens and all these home decorating catalogs to give people ideas. Do that as well, and again, you're doing your customers a service by showing them a different way that they can use the items. Last but not least, the mega display for your business. This guy I am so excited about. I mean, like I said, I'm big on Christmas, big on decorations, but I hate having to go out after Christmas in the holiday, like in the cold, to pull down all the lights. And it's on one hand, it's sad. On the other hand, it's usually really cold come January, and that's when you have to take all the lights down. But this guy is a stake that you put in the ground. This is the Avon Snowflake Outdoor Light Projector. You stick it in the ground, it casts snowflakes all over your house. But as an Avon representative, when you guys put this on your house and your neighbors come to compliment you on how great it looks, that's an opportunity for you to share an Avon brochure with them and let them know that you got this product from Avon. And again, it's something that's different. It's something that people don't expect Avon to have. So it's a great opportunity for you to introduce the Avon Living catalog to your customers. So promote your business. It's the same thing with wearing the clothing and wearing the jewelry. You can now use your home to display all the products that Avon has. If you're having guests over for the holidays, get a throw, put it down, decorate your home as well. So that's it for the Avon Living. As I mentioned, it's a lot of great stuff. Really get into that book. There's got to be something in there that you can use. A lot of times you guys say, okay, I can't use the skincare, I'm sensitive, and I can't use this, that, and the other. You can decorate your house though. And a lot of those items that I showed you are $5.99, $7.99, less than $10. Use them as party favors, use them as gifts. I'm going to be saying this a lot, so I'm preparing you now because you're going to get tired of me saying it, but your gifts for other people should be from Avon. So use these, start making your guest list from now and letting, brainstorming on what you're going to get people, because a lot of these will make really great stocking stuffers and gifts for others. And give your gifts early, because when people get a gift from you and they like it and they don't know what to get other people, they might come back to you like, hey, I really like that cup that you gave me. Do you have any more? It's happened to me before, so don't knock it. All right, so today I said that I was going to share some tips with you for shy people and how you can overcome some of the obstacles. Now, I talked about the hot products that we have and some subtle ways that you can introduce your customers just by decorating them and having them at your parties. But what if you don't have any customers yet? What if you're still looking for customers? What if you're just trying to get in the habit of sharing and showing the business with people? As representatives, that's one of the biggest complaints. How do I find customers? How do I talk to people? What do I say? And I'll be honest with you. There are three things that I'm going to share with you tonight to kind of help you overcome the obstacles. Ria says her. Yeah, me too. So I'm talking to you guys from experience. And Ria, also, if you have any tips that you want to share, type them in too, so I can share with the rest of the people on the video chat too, because you're a very successful representative. So if you have anything that you've used to overcome your goals, let us know and I'll share them. But one of the things that I have to say to you first and foremost, like before we even get into what to do or what to say, you have to get out of your own head. All of the fear, all of the worry, all of the concern is all up here. We psych ourselves out of talking to people before we're even in the situation. Like, think about it. Has the person really set you on fire, run you over with the truck, and thrown your dry bones into a ditch? Yet you were so terrified of talking to them. It's our own fears. I found when I first even now, I still get this way sometimes, but I realized it's in my own head. So first and foremost, just pull yourself out of your head. Take a step back and look at the situation, because usually it's not as dire as you expect it to be. I always tell my team, we're so terrified of talking to people and hearing that no, but when we do, what happens? You don't burst into a ball of flame. You don't have like thousands of black crows swoop down, pick you up, bring you up into the air, and then drop you to your death. But I always say, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no. They're going to go on about their lives. You need to go on about your lives. We're letting people's opinions stop us from doing too much and keep us from doing things. We go out there, we get one no, and all of a sudden, and this is me, it's like, I don't know, mentally and physically, everything clamps down and we're too terrified to talk to the next person. But that next person could be your next customer. That next person could be someone who's in need of the extra income and, they may not know where to go or what to do. They might be in dire straits, and because we're so in our terror mode, that other person has missed the opportunity. So get out of your own head. Don't think about yourself. It's about the other person. You're helping the other person find great products at a great price, helping them maybe find an opportunity. Just this morning, I was handing out sample packs. Was this morning? No, yesterday morning. I was handing out sample packs to a woman. It was actually a woman that I had already given a sample pack to. And she said, you gave me one already, but I'm glad you're back because I forgot to put on perfume this morning and now I have something, I'm going to rub this all over myself. So it kind of made me say, sometimes I get up and I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to do it today. I'm a little bit scared. I have anxiety about it. But meeting people like her who were like, yay, a sample pack because I need the sample. You couldn't buy that. You couldn't make that up. It's just something that makes it just feel like, okay, I'm doing something that's impacting people. And we talk, we exchange names. And the second time around, we actually made a stronger connection. And I might run into her again and she might recognize me and I might recognize her. That's how relationships are built. But it comes from that initial, just overcoming that fear. So here are 3 tips that will help you get out of your own head. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is to what was I talking about? Oh, sorry. Going back to the fear and your timing. I'm going to dive into this. Timing is everything. So a lot of times you'll have a small window to introduce the opportunity. if you're questioning yourself and second guessing yourself and worrying, a lot of times you'll miss that opportunity. So that's another reason why you want to just quickly step back in. So here are the tips that'll help you get out of that if you find yourself going into that. First and foremost, you want to prepare. I do my sample packs overnight or on the weekends. On the weekends, I do a bunch of them so that it'll at least get me through Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, when I have a little more time, I can prepare some more. Oh, I got some ideas coming in. So Ursula says that she'll be ready on Thanksgiving Day with the snowflake outdoor light projector. That way her neighbors and all their guests can see it and get it. Yeah, that's a really great idea, Ursula, to have more than one on hand, because when you're putting up your decorations and your neighbor is over there struggling with his lights and the fact that they don't work and they're getting tangled, you could just say, you know, I got an extra. Do you want to buy this one from me? Great idea, Ursula. Ria says every no gets you closer to a yes. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to play the mind games with yourself. Like, okay, I'm setting out today to get 10 no's. You'll probably not get 10 no's in a row, but at least it'll distract you from focusing on getting that no. Because then when you get it, you're kind of anticipating it, so it's less scary to you. Thank you for sharing, Ria. I do that sometimes too. So yeah, prepare. It is super important for you to prepare ahead of time. Have your sample packs already made. Have your business cards in your hand. Have your brochures in your bag. Sometimes it helps to even practice what you're saying. Avon, YourAvon.com has a lot of great talking points. I have videos, Milagros, Molly Bibb, a lot of reps already have videos. Watch them and practice yourself. When I started, I didn't know what to say. I wasn't good at public speaking. I didn't know the business well enough to share the products, but it came from practice. You could partner up with other representatives, partner up with your district manager. Even if for the first few times you're just watching what they're saying, the words will get into your head so that you kind of know how to handle objections and, you know, even what to say to start. A lot of times it's just the initial, what do I say to start this conversation? And I always say it's usually hi. Not that scary, right? Big word. But usually that's all you need to break the ice. But, you know, if you just practice saying hi, beautiful hair, beautiful jewelry, it's a door opener. For me, I was so intimidated about, you know, from talking to people. It took me a while to just practice having a conversation and not even bringing up the business, but just to get comfortable with approaching strangers. So, the second tip that I want to share with you is to keep your sample packs in your hand. So, as I mentioned, time is of the essence. Sometimes if you are in a situation where you can speak to a person and you have to, oh wait, you know, let me get, I think I had a sample here for you. Hang on. In the time that you're doing all of that, the person, they're doing their own stuff. They have their own errands and their own life to go about. You might lose them and you might miss the opportunity. So when I'm out in the morning, this is me. I've got my coffee or my my fruit juice in the morning. By the way, this is a beautiful Beauty for a Purpose Beauty Boss cup. These were given out at the Avon event, but I love it. It's my new favorite cup. So this is me in the morning when I'm going out. I usually have my sample packs, a couple of them, like usually 5 or so because they're slippery and they fall, in my hand with my coffee cup. So as I go about, it's already here in my hand. If I find myself standing next to a person that looks approachable, I might just turn and say, happy Monday, here, this is for you, happy Friday, happy hump day, or hey, you look sad, here's a pick-me-up, or, you know, free sample, whatever it is. But it's easier for me to go like this than, you know, in my bag I got a sample. And I found for myself, maybe you guys are braver than I am, a lot of times if I have to, like while I'm in my bag thinking about what I'm going to say to the person and if they're really approachable and how they're going to receive me sharing the sample pack with them, a lot of times I dig a little extra longer and the opportunity kind of misses itself. So just have your sample packs in hand. Just keep them like this. These are really small and light. I don't have heavy products in them, so it's easier, so I can just keep a few. And I literally walk around the city with my coffee and my sample packs. It also encourages me because they're in my hand, it's right in front of my face. It's like a reminder to myself. So for those of you who are putting your sample packs in your bag and then coming home with them in the evening, I find if you're carrying them and you have them in your hand, you're more likely to just share it with the teller, share it with someone you're sitting next to on the train, or put it down and leave it somewhere. But it keeps it right at the forefront of your mind so that it's not buried somewhere in your bag. So I see some comments rolling in. Are you guys liking this tip? Does it help? Ursula wants to know where I got the bags from. I'll be honest with you, these little bags are actually from the dollar store. You can get them usually in the baby aisle. What do they call it? It's in the party aisle, but in the birthday party, baby shower kind of section, they usually have pink ones and blue ones. So that's where I get these. I'm actually going to be looking for some with leaves and stuff for Thanksgiving and the fall. Myra says to do her job, it's hard for her to carry any samples or books, but when there's a chance, she would talk to them. Okay, yeah, I mean, sometimes you're not going to be able to do this. I'm walking around the city, but Milagros also has little sample packs. I have one, but it's on the other side of the room. It's like half the size of this. It's just like a business card. So even if you could tuck a little of those in your pocket so that as you're having a conversation, you can just pull it out, it might help. If you just have one or two cards in your hand, it might make it a little easier for you. Myra says she's going to try and do some sample packs. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving the sample packs because they're smaller, so they're easier for me to get out and make contact. And even if you might find you give them out and you don't get any customers, you don't get a response right away. But just practicing talking to people, always just think of it as practice, as trial run, as planting the seeds. So as you get more comfortable handing out your sample packs, just walking around with them and giving them out to people, it'll benefit you in the long run. It'll just teach you how to approach people and what to say. Let's see. Okay, guys, you are very welcome. So that's my tip for how to keep your sample packs at the forefront. The next thing I want to share with you, I actually have my jacket on the back of the chair so I can show this to you. This is my everyday coat. Well, it's the coat I'm wearing now. But I have my Avon button on there. This one says, ask me how you can live the boss life, Avon. So when I'm wearing my coat, I just have the button there. People can see it. So sometimes it just so happens, maybe you're too shy. Maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe you're just not in I'm giving out sample packs mode, which happens. You're running around with the kids. You're doing your grocery shopping. You're trying to get in and out of the bank. At least this way, your button is there. So it's shown. Usually I have on a giant scarf, that's why it's so low. But I wear my button. You guys should wear things to promote your business. My coffee mug, it says Avon. Sometimes I absentmindedly put it down somewhere and somebody will say, whose Avon mug is this? And I'm like, mine. Free promotion. Because now everyone in the room knows I'm the Avon lady. I don't do it on purpose though. It's usually me just being absent-minded. But I saw a representative a few months ago. She put on her Facebook page that when she goes to Starbucks and they ask her for her name, she says Avon lady, so that when they call her order, they'll call Avon lady. So if anybody in the room is looking for Avon, they know she's the Avon lady. Little things like that are subtle ways to promote your business if you're a shy person. Wear your buttons. My lunch bag is always an Avon bag. It's either the Mark tote or the Avon little black tote, but it's always Avon. I've gotten customers who have seen me with the button and asked me if I'm an Avon representative, and I'm kind of just now trying out the coffee mug because I just got it. So promote your business with stuff that you're wearing. So don't just wear the products yourself. Carry something that says Avon. Some representatives wear a name badge. I live in the city and I feel some kind of way about having my name on my clothes. I don't know. I was just raised that way. I'll get over that. Maybe that's a fear that I'll be talking to you guys about overcoming in a few months. But for me, the name tag is a little too much, but the button is just within my comfort zone. So wear what's in your comfort zone. Start out with something regardless of, it doesn't matter what it is. Just have something that says Avon on it, Avon rep, Avon lady. Our team has the Ants Team t-shirts. A lot of times when we're doing events, we'll wear that. Sometimes I'll wear it just when I know I'm going to be running a lot of errands because I know I'm busy, but I need to work my business. We always say that this business is yours. You need to work your business into your life, not work your life around your business. While you're running the errands and picking up the kids and doing all that stuff, it doesn't mean you can't promote your business. Also, side note, my car has Avon and my number on the back. I don't know why I'm comfortable not wearing my name on a name tag, but I have my phone number on the back of my car. I don't know. Let's see. Ria says that she takes sample gift baskets to offices. Oh, that's her goal for this week, to take gift baskets to offices. That is a great goal, and everybody loves gifts. You come in with a basket of free stuff, people welcome you with open hands. I had another representative who suggested something called, I think it was like cookies and samples, or cookies or brownies and brochures, something like that. It had a catchy name. But she had baked goods, and she would bring those into offices with her brochures. So you have fun with it. Try different ideas. There's no set way for how to do this. Dorel asked where I got the button. I always tell you guys to go to as many Avon events as you can. This button was actually when we did the Today Show and Good Morning America events, when we took over those shows, and Avon gave us a little goodie bag, which I have to do a video on, with buttons, and we had signs, and we had t-shirts. So this was a gift from Avon. So go to events, guys, you'll get freebies. When people sign up on my team, I also send them a welcome packet with a button in there, or if I don't have buttons, an Avon pen. I try to reward my team when they achieve stuff with promotional tools instead of just products, so that they can continue to promote their business and grow. Dorel says she bought the pink diamond pen and got herself a customer today. Great job, Dorel. Yeah, I mean, the pens, Avon used to have the little lipstick pens. I don't know if I have any. I have notebooks here. But, that's not it. That's not it either. Avon used to have little lipstick pens, and I used to use those everywhere, and people would always try to steal them from me, but it was a conversation starter, and I could share with them that, you know, I don't just like lipstick, I'm an Avon representative. And instead of giving them my pen, I would give them a little sample pack so that they would back off. But it was a great way for me to promote my business. Myra says, oh, Myra's also asking where I get the buttons. You know, too, a lot of the buttons are available on townandcountry.com. So if you go through youravon.com into the section that says Avon Advantage Partners, you'll find a company called Town and Country. They have a lot of promo tools. They have mugs, they have hats, t-shirts, and all of that stuff. Invest in some of that stuff for your business. Promo tools are really helpful. You can also check out, sometimes in the Facebook groups, there are different companies that have t-shirts and buttons. I think Love My Buttons is one of them. Check into those. Do not pay more than $1 per button, though. Like I said, a lot of times you can get this stuff free from Avon just by participating in events, achieving incentives, attending sales meetings. A lot of the district managers give events, and a lot of team leaders will give events for different accomplishments. So get in on that stuff, because it's an opportunity for you to get free products to promote your business. So you get stuff free that will help you find more customers, that will help you make more money. It works. Let's see. Yep, business cards are also from Town and Country. Thanks, Myra. Oh yeah, and Dorel says that they're highlighters too. She just bought a couple of things that, but she didn't see the buttons. I'll look and see if they have the buttons. I normally order my buttons from Town and Country. I have the black ones that say yes to Avon as well. But I think the buttons for me are the best investment. The buttons, big eye catchers like pens, secondary, but all you really need is an Avon button. You can actually make your own. A lot of times when you go to events, I just came back from Comic-Con. A lot of these conferences, people give out buttons. Make your own symbol or sign, print it out with the sticker, slap it on. It's the same thing. You don't need to break the bank stocking up on promotional tools. The goal is just to promote your business. When I didn't have money, I got little magnetic signs and I stuck them to the sides of my car. It was also not my car, so I wasn't allowed to put on decals, but that worked for me. So do what works for you. The goal is to just promote your business. So these tips, promoting yourself by wearing your Avon promo tools, having your sample packs physically in your hand so that you remember to give them out helps. And just being prepared, making sure that you have the sample packs in your hand. I am not going to lie to you. I have had times where people have asked me for brochures, or I struck up a conversation with someone that I didn't think I would have a conversation with. You know, you know, those moments where you're running out for groceries, you got your cap on down to here because you don't have any makeup on, and you still have your headscarf on underneath, and you're just kind of like bob and weave to get in, and you're not planning on talking to people, and then you end up talking to someone. I've had those moments, and then I didn't have an Avon brochure. So try to just always have something with you. The sample packs are great because they're teeny tiny. They're, you know, little and light, so you can give them out. The business cards, at the very least, you should always have business cards on you so that you can at least exchange your card. And I tell you guys, a lot of times, anytime someone asks for your name, just say, oh, here it is on my card. The card is gone, they could keep it. You never know where they end up. So those are my 3 tips to kind of help you just get out of your head and get out of the things that you're thinking about that will make you afraid of speaking to people. Because at the end of the day, it's, again, about the other person. A lot of times people will appreciate you sharing with them. I've had people hug me. I remember when I first started giving out sample packs, it was Valentine's Day, I think 2 years ago. And I was just standing like at the grocery store handing them out to people. And this woman was so overwhelmed. She was like, oh my gosh, nobody ever gives anything for free. Nobody has ever done anything like this for me. Can I hug you? And I was kind of like, it's just a sample pack. There's just, you know, and I get that all the time. I'm like, don't get too excited. It's just a little lipstick sample and a perfume. And people are like, but no, nobody gives me anything. Nobody gives me anything for free. Nobody wishes you. And I'm in New York City. I don't know what state you guys are in. Maybe they're friendlier. But here in the city, it's not that friendly. So to have someone give you something for free and say, you know, have a great day. Have a great week. I hope your week is awesome. Or sometimes the cashiers, the tellers, for me to say, you know, you did a great job. You've got a great personality. I love your lipstick. You know, anything like that, just to show appreciation for people. They appreciate it. So just share your sample packs and don't think about all the things that are keeping you from doing it. So that is basically my call. Sorry, I kind of ran over a little longer than I wanted to, but I still want to give you guys time to ask questions. So I'm going to be here. So if you have questions, if you're struggling with talking to people, giving out the sample packs, giving out your brochure, whatever it is, I'm going to hang around for a little bit so you can type your questions in the chat box below, and I'll be able to answer and do my best to point you in the right direction. So thank you for joining the call, and we will be back next week, same time, same place, 5 o'clock Eastern Central, and I will figure out, I'm trying hard to figure out why Facebook keeps crashing. But I'm here for you guys. You can always ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer. So any questions, comments, concerns? I did not, by the way, see enough celebration going on in this chat box below. I got like 3. And I know there are more of you on the call. So luckily with Facebook Live, you could continue to post. So I'm going to be expecting more posts down below to celebrate. I'm going to let you think about it and let it marinate so you can come up with new ideas for what you're celebrating. Because I know you guys are doing amazing stuff. And good night, Ursula. Thank you for joining. And I want to know and celebrate so that we can all get together. If you guys notice with this call, it's not just me talking. It's you guys talking to each other in the chat box. So I'm kind of just the host facilitating the conversation. But you need to celebrate those achievements and be proud out loud, because if you do this weekly and you start celebrating those little things, you'll find that it will also help you if you're a shy person. It'll help build your confidence because you're recognizing all the great things that your business is doing in your life. Like with me, as I said in the beginning, I'm telling everyone about Avon now. I don't care. Avon sent me to Tahiti. So, you know, things like that you celebrate, they just make you so passionate. And when people see your enthusiasm, you don't even have to have the most exact, precise, most wonderful, articulate words. People will read your excitement, and that will be enough to get across to them. People listen to words, but most of it is body language. And I always say, if you're excited about it, people will get that. So, all right. I see some of you guys are hanging out on the call. I guess you like my voice. So, Dorel, love you, girl. So let me know if you guys have questions. I'm going to give you another minute or two to finish typing if you are. And then if not, we'll wrap up and we'll come back next week. And I'll have a new topic of discussion. And if you guys also want to talk about stuff that I haven't touched on, just send me a message, let me know, and I can make a video on it. No problem. You're welcome, Kathleen. She just says, thanks for your video calls, great tips and information. Thank you for, yeah, I'm excited about everything. And I see you doing big stuff too. So keep going with that, Kathleen. Just a few more minutes. Let's get your questions out there, or say goodnight if you're done. And I'll be here so that those of you who do have questions can get them answered. Dorel's like, I'm just gonna hang around so I don't miss anything. Okay, so me and Dorel are gonna hang out for a little bit, and then if there are no questions, I'll give it one more minute. I feel like I should have Jeopardy music going on in the background. Okay, cool. So no more questions. So thank you guys for joining. I will see you next week, and I want to hear more celebration, more achievements, more success stories. Have a great night, guys. Bye.